Hey everyone, I'm Gus flying solo for this episode of Ultimo GG Intel. I'm all by myself in the studio. It's lonely. Before we start, Ultimo GG gives a tip of the hat to the anniversary of the first arcade machine over 50 years ago. A big salute to the origins of gaming there for sure. Follow us on TikTok to find out more details on that one. In this edition, we cover a number of remasters, including QUAKE, yes, and Skyrim, The Elder Scrolls, not bothered, the latest on COD Vanguard, and as ever, all the latest updates and releases. Let's get down to business. All the leaks and the rumors are true. At the recent QuakeCon 21, an enhanced edition of the classic FPS Quake was officially revealed. It is available right now on all major platforms. The enhancements included updated visuals, online and local multiplayer gameplay, new content as well, including a brand new expansion, Dimension of the Machine, as well as the OG expansions for the original game. I'm a huge Quake fan. It was one of the first games I ever played. I am stoked on this one. Another gem dropped at QuakeCon, an updated version of the 5th entry in the Skyrim series, The Elder Scrolls, of course. The upgrade comes in time for the game's 10th anniversary. Expect all the content the game has released throughout the past decade to be in there, as well as new features. This is released on the 11th of November, so more on that real soon. The Doomslayers Collection is expected for release on the 2nd of September via Nintendo Switch. The collection will include the original Doom game along with Doom 2, 3, 64, and the 2016 Doom reboot. That will sit nicely alongside your Animal Crossing collection, I'm sure. The anticipated Grand Theft Auto Remastered trilogy is now being reported to be delayed. Though GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas are in the final stages of development, they were due for release this year, but Rockstar are now believed to be delaying their release until 2022. It was reported earlier this year that GTA 6 is about 4 years away still, so the remastered trilogy is going to appease fans until then, they think. Good times for fans of those games regardless. Moving away from re-releases and heading to the skies now, nice link, a new Ace Combat is being worked on. The arcade-style combat flight sim series has been running since '95, and to celebrate its 25th anniversary, Bandai Namco and ILCA announced the new game to its fans at an online event. No idea on the release yet, but it's exciting all the same. An announcement trailer landed this week from publisher The Arcade Crew and indie developer 1P2P for an RPG beat-em-up, Young Souls. The game follows twin orphans Jen and Tristan as they fight their way to save their foster father through a horde of enemies, including goblin warriors, ninjas, giant spiders, and 30-foot trolls, just a garden variety enemies there. The game is available later this year via Steam. New gameplay footage has been released for Deathloop. The 25-minute video feature provided a deep dive into the game's multiplayer mode. Gamers will take on the role of an assassin named Colt, who is the main target of an island-wide manhunt and must eliminate targets before the day out. This one does look really good, and it's released on the 15th of September on PS5 and PC. More on that one coming soon too. Details are coming forth for the next entry in the COD series, Vanguard, following the recent trailer release. It was confirmed that the game covers the war across 4 different fronts: Soviet Russia, the D-Day landings, North Africa, and the Pacific. The World War II shooter will use the same engine as 2019's Modern Warfare, giving the game a photorealistic feel and making for lifelike characters. COD Vanguard is released on the 5th of November, so expect lots more information to trickle down in the coming months. Ahead of its October release, an in-depth look at Battlefield 2042 is available through a new short film. Exodus, a 10-minute feature, provided some exciting details, and its ties to Battlefield 4, including the return of characters Kimball, Irish Graves, and Clayton Pack Bukowski. Though it has been confirmed to be only a multiplayer campaign, there will also be a story told within it. Now, as most of the regular viewers know, I do like a headset, man. Well, this week Microsoft announced it's releasing a new wired Xbox stereo headset. The new kit features many of the features found in the already available premium wireless headset, but this time with a wire. The headset is billed as an entry-level accessory that will give users an audio experience as close as possible to how it was recorded. Now look, sounds good, but if you ask me, I'm sticking with my Sony 3D audio. And finally, we do love an event at Ultimo GG, and we are very excited about the upcoming Gamescom 2021 this week. The gaming community can expect a ton of news and footage via all the digital event kind of stuff that's going to be happening, including all of the upcoming and most anticipated games. Of course, we're going to feed that info through to you as soon as we receive it. On to releases now, starting with the Epic Game Store freebies. Currently available, subscribers can play Void Bastards and Yooka-Laylee, okay? Void Bastards is a sci-fi FPS where the main character is one of many rehydrated prisoners aboard a stranded vessel whose AI must rely on its dangerous cargo to obtain fuel for a final jump to its destination. Players can enter other ships, fight enemies, and salvage materials to repair their own ship. That sounds pretty rad. What doesn't sound quite as rad is Yooka-Laylee, which is a third-person perspective platform game that sees protagonists Yuka and Laylee solving puzzles and defeating enemies to recover their precious Blck. Xbox Game Pass has confirmed its next wave of titles too. Heading the list is Humankind, a 4X strategy game where players lead their civilization across 6 major eras of human civilization to triumph. Humankind is available now. It's like a race to see who can blow themselves up the quickest. I think that's what it feels like. Game Pass users also have access to Need for Speed Heat, both Star Wars Battlefront 2 and Jedi Fallen Order, which I recommend, Recompile, Train Sim World 2, don't recommend that one, and 12 minutes over the next few days. Psychonauts 2 and Myst will also be available for all your point-and-click needs. The third expansion for Marvel's Avengers has been released this week. Black Panther, War for Wakanda has received a lot of praise. The expansion provides a much-needed fresh feel, offering variety in its gameplay, such as combat and all that stuff, but also problem-solving. Cool. Aliens Fireteam Elite now. This is one I'm into. As a Marine, you and your team must fight to contain the xenomorph threat in this action-packed co-op third-person shooter. The game incorporates survival horror and gritty storylines for an epic fight against the classic Alien and, of course, the synthetic foes that are all over their games now. Aliens Fireteam Elite is available now on Xbox and PS5. We're going to be covering that one some more, so stay tuned for that. Also available is King's Bounty 2, a sequel to the legendary RPG released in 1990. Players are thrown into the deep end of a sprawling open world that is the kingdom of Nostria, as it is plunged into political chaos, resolving troubles and gathering resources to build your army. Finally available, on the PS5 at least, is Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2. The game was released earlier in the year on all other platforms, but finally sees a release for those lucky enough to have a PS5. Players take on the role of Raven, a contract sniper assassin, embarking on a series of contracts where, surprisingly, you get to take out individuals via a long-range sniper gun. Out on the 27th of August for PS5 and 4 is the award-winning horror game Apsulov End of Gods, a future Viking horror and sci-fi adventure. Sounds pretty dope to me. You can explore a nightmarish sanctuary of futuristic tech and Norse mythology. Within this realm, players will reveal their purpose and their destiny, which is always useful. Also out on the 27th of August, PS4 and Switch users can grab a copy of American Fugitive, a modern take on a classic sandbox action offering. It's like a new 3D top-down open-world single-player experience that does look pretty good. And finishing on a cheerful note, PS5 exclusive Tormented Souls, cool, will be released this week. The return to classic survival horror has a fresh twist on the fixed perspective adventure. While investigating the mysterious disappearance of twin girls in a terrifying mansion-turned-hospital, players experience a terrible altercation and must fight for their life and escape. And that about wraps it up. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you give us a like and please subscribe to the channel. We will see you on the next one. Jay will be here next time. Until then, take it easy.